Hi everybody, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. So any of the products that you see today you can buy from Stampin' Up through me at the address at the top of the screen, and is also linked below. I hope everyone's doing well. I have another new bundle today. You always get, if it's a brand new product, brand new catalog, usually the first run you get 10% off if you buy the bundle. That was true of the ladybugs that I did yesterday. I love this. There's only one problem with it that I have. Well, the only pieces that you can cut out are this one, this pot, this little flower, and this other piece of the cactus. But let me show you the difference. Oh, I can't on this. I don't know what I did with it. All right, well, you see how this one I actually did by hand, but on most punches there's a little bit of white around it. This one actually cuts some of the stamped image off. I guess they had to do it to make everything fit in here. But I kind of like the finished look of a little bit of the white showing. But I could always hand cut all of these if I really liked that. Alright, so that's my take on this bundle. But I love it. It's adorable. And today I made this box. It has 2 flaps on the top. And it measures 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 by 1 1/4. I used, of course, the Cactus Cuties bundles, along with the beautiful shapes dies for this and this hexagon. I used the Sunshine and Rainbows Designer Series paper, and some of the 3/4 inch frayed ribbon in white. Okay, and inside, now I did 2 flaps, so you have to just open up the box like this. And inside I have some grass, and I have this cute magnet that I've had for a little since the beginning of school. They're called Life is Sweet magnets. I got them at Walmart in the beginning of school, and I just loved how this was a cactus. It's kind of similar to it. And I also got a coffee drink and a flamingo. But also in here will fit, I take out the grass, of course a gift card I believe will, but let me just double check that. Yeah, a gift card will fit in there. So I could put the grass, the gift card, and the magnet in if I wanted to, but it's just a small gift I wanted to show you. But also 3, just to give you an idea of what fits in here, 3 Post-it notes packs will fit in here. 1, 2, and 3 fit in there really nice and tight. Okay, and you just pull it up and tie it like that. Alrighty, for this project we need a piece of Bermuda Bay that is 9 1/2 by 5 3/4. A piece of basic white for stamping, and these are all from the Sunshine and Rainbows celebration paper. This is the largest of the dies from the beautiful, the hexagon from the beautiful shape dies, and we have a small one out of Melon Mamba. I cut 6 pieces of another piece of this, the actual opposite side of the same DSP, 2 for the front and back that are 3 by 3. And 4 that are 3 by 1, but for the sides, I put the direction that way, and for the top and bottom, I put it this way. But it depends on what kind of paper you're going to use, whether they're all the same. All right, so let's start with our piece of 9 1/2 by 5 3/4 Bermuda Bay cardstock. And I'm going to put it on the 9 1/2 inch side, and we're going to score at 1 1/4 4 1/2, 5 3/4, and 9. Then we're going to switch it to the 5 3/4 side, and we're going to score at 1 1/4 and 4 1/2. And all those measurements will be on my blog, which is linked below. Right now I'm just going to fold and burnish. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. Okay, we're just going to cut the rectangle straight and the squares wedged. Okay, and then we're going to cut the squares in half and then get rid of these two. Alrighty, so we're going to start on the left hand side where the skinny rectangle is, and we're going to get rid of this small rectangle. So go up to the first score line and then wedge a little out of the piece above it. Okay, go to the other side of this rectangle, cut it straight, go to the other side of the square, cut this rectangle straight, and then wedge both sides here. Okay, let's move to the other side of this rectangle, cut it straight, and wedge both sides. Alright, now we're going to turn it 180 so that the skinny rectangle is on the right hand side. I'm going to start over here on the left, cut the side of this rectangle straight. I just missed it. There we go. And then wedge both sides of the square. Go to the other side of this rectangle straight, skip the square for now, cut that straight, and then wedge the square. Okay, go to the other side of this rectangle, cut it straight, and then wedge a little bit into what's left of the skinny rectangle. Right? So this is what your cardstock should look like after. Okay, so now this is what it looks like after you're done cutting. Now with what's left of the skinny rectangle on the right hand side. Okay, now that we've done that, what I'm going to have you do, now we're going to figure out which one is the top and which one is the bottom. Doesn't matter, I think they both go, they're both symmetrical. Alright, so what we're going to do is the rectangle on the right hand side, we're going to cut these two squares in half. Okay, the ones that are on the top when the rectangle is on the right hand side. Okay, there's no need, I did it here, but I had it right. There's no need to cut the bottom ones short because they're going to be on the bottom and won't be, the only reason I'm doing it on the top is because they'll be in the way of our holes. Okay, all right. Then we're going to round the corners of this rectangle here, the one that's not next to the skinny rectangle, all right? So I have to fold this like this and in, and we're going to round both these sides just because it'll be easier for everyone to see, your recipient, to see where they're supposed to open it. Alrighty? So this is what your cardstock should look like after you've scored it, cut it, and rounded the corners of the flap that'll be on the top. Okay, now we need our tear and tape. And we're going to put it on the skinny rectangle close to the score line. I'm going to use my take your pick tool. I'm going to take that off, flip it over, flip the side with the tape, and then the other side to meet it. Now this is our back. Alrighty. Just going to fold these down. So our back is right here, the seam. We're going to put the sides down and the back, and then this is going to be the front flap of the bottom. So we're just going to put one close to the edge, and in case you put anything heavy, something inside, like if you were to put the 3 packs of Post-it notes, then it would be pretty heavy. All right, then stand it up and square it off like that. Okay. Okay, so now this is our back and this is our front. And how we're going to close it is the back one's going to go first and then the front one's going to flip down. Okay? All right, so now we need our DSP and some liquid glue. And I'm going to put the two pieces that are 3 by 3 on the front and the back. Alrighty. And then I'm going to put the sides that have the stripes going up and down on these two sides. These, all 4 of these are 3 by 1. Okay, and then the 2 that are the same size that have the stripes going up and down the short way are going to go on the top and bottom. One of them, you have to round the bottom corners to match the flap. Right. Now I'm going to let that dry a minute and we're going to do some stamping. So we need our basic white and we need our little hexagon. So first we're going to do this cactus here, and it's cute. Some of them look like little hearts on there. And we're going to use Granny Apple Green ink. And we should use the Stampin' Pierce mat because these are photopolymer and they're solid, so it helps out. Which way would be better? I'm going to put it like this on here. Okay. And then for the pot, I used Bermuda Bay. And I'm going to put the pot facing this way. Okay. And then for the sentiment, this is the smallest hexagon. Whoops, stuck to my finger. It's these two small. I cut out one and I got both pieces for my sample and for us to use. And this is Melon Mambo. And I'm using the little hello and some Tuxedo Black Ink. I'll just put that right in the middle. Great. Okay, so this is done, but now we have to cut our cactus pieces. Now, you see how much bigger that is? Can you tell? You'll see when I cut it. So we're going to cut the cactus first. And you can see how much of it is left. All right, so that's what I was talking about in the beginning. Alrighty, and then the pot is going to go this way. Okay, and see there's a bunch of the pot left too. All right, and then we need a little bit, I forgot to say, a little bit of Melon Mambo cardstock for the 3, is it 3? Yep, 3 flowers I put on there. And I'm just going to stick them. One. Maybe this way would be better, yeah. 2. Makes a lot of little pieces. Okay, that's 3. All right, and then I also forgot with the, there's 3 of those. Sorry, I forgot with the Granny Apple Green, we need to make 4 of the little piece of the cactus, which is this one right here. And we're going to do him upside down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alrighty. And then we'll cut those out. And that's right up here. Oh dear, this is going to be bad. Alright. Let's cut it like this. I'm going to have a hard time. I should have done this on a strip, one on top of the other. But once you learn, once you figure it out, you remember. Alright. That's 1. 2. I keep missing it along. 3. 4. Alrighty. Alright, so now we're going to switch our Stampin' Pierce mat for our silicone mat and some liquid glue. I'm going to put just a little bit of liquid glue on the bottom of the cactus, just a little bit. And we're going to cover it with the pot. Okay. Okay, then we're going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom front of these guys. I'm going to put 3 over here. So 1, 2. I'm just going to hold that 1 second. And this will just peel off the mat when it's dry. And then the third one, I want it on? No, I want it behind. I'm going to put that one right behind that one. And then I'm just going to put 1 sticking up over on this side. A little too much glue on that one, I think. All right. I might have wrecked that with my baby wipe. I should have used a tissue. Okay. Then we're going to take our 3 little flowers and put 1 over here, right on top of the top of it. I should be using my Take Your Pick tool. It would have made it easier. 1 right here. I'm sorry, I'm whispering, that's silly. And 1 on the other side. Okay. All right. And I'm just going to let that dry just a little bit. And while that's drying, actually, let's get our... I'm not going to use my little 1/8. I think this is a 1/4 inch punch. And I'm going to put them, I'd say about 3/4 of an inch from the side. I don't know if you could see. There. And right there. Okay. And we're going to close it and get a pencil. And I'm just going to mark where I put it. And I'm going to open it, and I'm going to do it to the inside flap. I can't find my regular punch, so I have to use this big contraption. All right. Okay, so now you're going to put in whatever you want to put in. I'm going to put in some grass. and my magnet, maybe a gift card, or you can put in some post-it notes or whatever it is that you want to put in here. Now this is going to be our front, okay, okay, now while that's done, this should be pretty much dry. Well, mostly dry. All right. And we're going to decide which way we want this. I think I want it that way. And we're just going to pop this on here with dimensionals. All right. Let me see. You know, this one's going to stick off, but it's okay because we're going to put it onto there. So, all right. Well, actually, still, I'm going to put it down a little farther on that. I'm going to put one on this one. And I'm going to put one in the middle and one at the bottom. And these are regular size dimensionals. I'm going to press them down. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on these. And I used probably a little too many on this, but I want to make sure it stays on. All right, and then I'm just going to make sure it's in the front, the part where the flap goes back. And I'm just going to try to get this in the middle here. Good. All right, and then we're going to put our sentiment right here. So what we need is, by the H, we need a stack of 2 dimensionals. Okay, right down here. So 1, 2, and then just a dab of glue. Let's see. Yeah, right on the edge over here by the O. Probably not 100% necessary to have the glue there. Just going to put it right down there. Okay, so now we're going to get our ribbon. And again, this is the 3/4 inch frayed white ribbon. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down into one of the holes on the top. All right, and then down into the corresponding hole there. And you're going to keep having to feed it through. Okay, and then pull it over to the other bottom hole. Okay, now we're going to put it up through the one next to it, and then up through the back of the other hole there. Okay. And then, I don't think I need that much. I'm just going to pull some back. A little more. Okay. And then I'm just going to cut them. All right. And then I'm going to tie it. Let's get rid of this top piece that keeps fraying. Alright, and then I'm going to make a loop with the bottom one and come around with the other one. And make a bow. Just like that. And then I'm going to cut these on an angle. And this does fray, so you might want to hit it with the lighter on the end. Let's see. It's just such nice soft ribbon, but it does fray. So what I do is be careful. I know there's a ribbon cutter, but I always had trouble getting it in, and this is kind of on the thick side, so I don't think it would work. So I'm just going to get a regular old lighter and just gently touch it, and you'll feel when it's nicely sealed. There we go. And on this side. And then the recipient won't have all that fraying problem when they try to open it and close it. Okay. Now for the final touch, all I used was some of the matte decorative dots on the other side of my Take Your Pick tool. I don't know. I have to make sure not to poke my eye because I can't find the other side right now. And I'm just going to take 3 of the yellow ones and I'm going to put them right on the bottom of each flower. Okay, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today. Thank you so much for coming to watch my channel. I appreciate it. And if you have any questions, please let me know. My email is below. My shopping address for Stampin' Up! Is below. And my blog address, which you can see all the details of this all. Okay, please subscribe and hit the like button if you like my project. And I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.